card from my deck. You know, Adam Warlock tech, they don't want to draw Adam Warlock, so having Adam Warlock in the deck is directly beneficial to us.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Marvel Snap video. I do have this new microphone, so I'm still getting used to the audio. I also now had the chance to record over multiple days, so you might hear like different audio qualities throughout like the video, but I'm trying to just like get it the best I can be, so I do apologize. But I think it'll be fine. So today I have kind of a slight upgrade. No, upgrade. I'm not actually sure if it's better, but I think it's fun. I think it's cool. To that like Destroy deck I posted a little bit ago. And I swapped out Sentinel and Mr. Sinister for Scorpion and Adam Warlock. And so the reason I got rid of Mr. Sinister is I felt like he just had a little bit too much tension. In a lot of these games, your board spaces are just so full where like you don't really have room for Mr. Sinister, and I feel like he's just doesn't really have the impact I'm looking for. I don't really care about him growing Carnage by 1 because that's really all he does in this deck that's useful. Where I'm kind of just off of it. Also doesn't synergize with Angela. Like Squirrel Girl already fills up spaces. It's just awkward. Just really awkward. And then so Adam Warlock instead of Sentinel, both provide like card advantage. Like, Sentinel just provides a 2/3 to your hand every turn when you keep playing them. Adam Warlock, however, I think every card in this deck is on average better than a Sentinel. And I think it's an interesting idea to play Adam Warlock in this kind of deck where a key part of what makes the Destroy deck so good is you have a really powerful turn early on. So when you go like Bucky Barnes into Carnage or Bucky Barnes into Deathlok, you have like 11 power on that square, and it's really, really powerful. Where you could slam an Adam Warlock after it, and you're going to draw like 1 or 2 cards. You're definitely drawing 1 because you're like ahead that square so much where like their turn 3, their turn 4, they're not going to beat it. And so when you play Adam Warlock, he's going to draw you at least 1 card, and when you only have 12 cards in Marvel Snap and you draw like 9 of them naturally, drawing an extra card is huge. There are some games where I have no cards in my deck by the end of the game because I had Adam Warlock. And so because of that, like I always find my tech pieces. Like I always find Killmonger, I always find Shang-Chi. With the extra footage I was able to collect, I didn't just like show games I was winning with this deck. I showed games where Adam Warlock like actually did something useful in this deck. Which I think is cool because he's considered to be like a really weak card. But I think he actually kind of has a niche in this archetype where the games where Adam Warlock's bad, you just recycle him into a Carnage or into a Deathlok, or like he's just like gets buffed a little bit by Nova and he's just off in this tile that your opponent really wants to forget about, but you keep drawing cards. Like there's a game where I just go Squirrel Girl and then Adam Warlock in like the far right lane where my opponent definitely isn't playing into for like 2 turns, and I just draw like 2 cards, and that's huge. There's one game where I top deck the Carnage. If I was 1 card shorter that I didn't draw with Adam Warlock, I would have lost the game, but the Carnage was huge. And it's not a card you should buy in the token shop. If you see Adam Warlock in your token shop, you definitely shouldn't buy him. Adam Warlock was the second card I got in pool 3. I got 0, then I got Adam Warlock. So for me, and for maybe some other players that are just starting pool 3, your choices are limited on what you have, really. So I just think it's a neat deck. I think it's really cool. And I also think this card that is generally agreed upon to be so weak, having like a really niche and like actually useful place in this archetype, if you have the card and you don't have other cards, is interesting. And I hope everyone considers giving it a try. Another really powerful thing with this deck, and this is something I talk about in pretty much all of my like decks, is cube equity, where I think Adam Warlock is really good at winning you cubes because the games where you can establish Adam Warlock and they have to stop it, like Lizard Adam Warlock, it's a lot of power to overcome if your opponent isn't expecting it, and then it can really throw off their game plan of where they want to play. So like if you snap well in this deck, I'm at 136, so just something to keep in mind. Hope you guys enjoy.
So I feel like they're going to play middle, where I feel like Adam Warlock on the left may be able to do something. If they go left, I'm obviously a sad camper. Go Angela. But I mean, now we're drawing cards, which is good. And we kind of had to take a wager on it, but I don't think it was like irrelevant. what we did. 4 cards in it. So we're in this awkward spot of like wanting multiple cards in the middle. So I can go like Scorpion. If I go Scorpion middle, I guess I can just go Bucky Barnes, Nova, and then Deathlok here next turn, and then I have 2 cards here. And it's actually pretty good. I think I have to set up for the future turn. They're letting me keep drawing with Nova? Or with whatever his name is, Adam Warlock? That sucks. And then we get Morbin time. Is Carnage better? I think Carnage is better here. And then they have a Morbius here. I don't think they're gonna be able to play a lot of cards on the left. The only issue is I have to make sure that I can play cards in the middle. Because I'm going to be losing... Well, I'm going to be losing the buff. This order doesn't work. I think this is fine. I don't have to play this turn. I can play Scorpion, something else. I'm going to play Lizard here because I don't think they can fight the... I don't think they can fight right if Morbius is there. I think that's pretty difficult for them. They also just keep letting me draw cards with Adam Warlock, which is kind of insane to me. Lady Sin. So they do have an Apocalypse, which is fine. But, so like right now, I don't think they can win... I don't think they can win right anymore. And then we can obviously have the potential to win left. So like, we can go... Angel's kind of bad. I guess we can go Scorpion, Killmonger. And then we can kill the Apocalypse, potentially. And then they have to Apocalypse... I'm going to snap. Because we kill 2 cards. They play Apocalypse middle, or they lose here. And then we can potentially win left with Chavez, or we can play something else. But we're killing 2 of their cards, so we're going to win Mojo World, it looks like at this point. As I blow up my own Squirrel Girl, but whatever. Anything? What? So now they have to play 2 cards middle or they lose that, and then we can do this. And they have 3 cards in hand. So, I mean, this is going to be a good amount of power. And then if they're playing 2, they have to play 2 cards to play right. We win middle. And then we probably win left, where I feel like this is a good snap. So they play for middle. We blow up left. The bishop doesn't do it. And a Swordmaster doesn't do it. They don't even want to lane. Nice. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like if you let, like, at any point that game, you could have just played a card to stop Adam Warlock, and then I don't draw like 3 cards. Did I even have any cards left in my library? I had 0 cards in my deck left because of Adam Warlock. That's crazy. Wow. We want to win the Adam... We want Adam Warrior to draw his cards here, or Adam Warlock to draw his cards here. That's the big thing. So Adam Warlock, I think, will draw us cards on the right. And then we can either Deathlock left, or we can Deathlock middle, potentially. The games you draw Adam Warlock on turns 2, though, I think the whole deck becomes about him. Like I think you, the option of leaving him like alone, I don't think is, like that's great actually. That's so good for us actually. So we can go this, Deathlock, win left. I'm gonna double down. This style is tough, but I mean with Sherry's Lab we could always Shang-Chi it potentially and win. And then obviously we're also looking really strong on the right now because we're going to have +2 power there. Where they need like a card this turn that can answer it, or they'll just lose. Nightcrawler, sure. I'll not do it. They are probably winning middle though, which is scary if it comes to tiebreakers, but I think we still got it. I mean, we're also drawing just cards every turn with this right now. Is Carnage better than Deathlok? I would say it is, because we can Carnage, and this is still a huge amount of power, but then we can also, like, even Deathlok middle. It's kind of scary, though. I don't really have a good turn to... I guess the only advantage is that I can Scorpion also this turn. I guess this doesn't hurt. Just go like this. I played it wrong order. If I'm going to do this, I should do it like that. Like that. I think we just win left and right, though, and I don't think they can compete with it. Especially with the Nova. The Nova blowing up is huge here. The Collector. The Collector's good for them for right now, for sure. If they have a Moon Girl or something. But we get a lot of power on the left, also. Draw another card with this, too. They also, another thing of note here, they only have one more card they can put here. So now, like, we can go... Yeah, now this just feels unlosable. Now we can go Deathlok here. That's 10. This is 20, and then we play Chavez on the last turn. And now it's like to the point where like they could even like move the Nightcrawler to the right and it doesn't matter. They can Moon Girl for the Collector and it doesn't really matter. Or it's just like not scary. Like them playing all the Sentinels like looked good, but now that we have like these two cards, it's kind of like a totally different story, right? -1 Iron Man. Chavez is 18. Is 18 enough? I mean, 18 is enough, right? And even if they have something else, like if they have Blue Marble, they can't play it anywhere. Right? So it doesn't matter. I don't actually see how we lose unless they have like Colossus, but if they have Colossus going like to Death Domain, we win middle. Okay. It's all fine and good. Okay. I'm Adam Warlock actually kind of carried. I'm gonna be honest. Adam Warlock kind of carried. I'll say it. Kind of carried. My hair looks so dirty right now. I'm trying to fix it. Check out what we're going. Blade discarding Scorpion. It's actually quite good for them, I would argue. I think we're recycling middle. Like, I think we're going Scorpion middle, then probably Bucky, and then Bucky. They're just all in here, huh? They have one card in hand now? Yeah, I don't know. Just a bunch of rocks, too. So I can go Bucky, Nova here. And then, weirdly enough, if I Killmonger, it'll actually win me the right currently. Well, no, because they're just gonna, like, not play anything. So they're choosing to pass so they can blow up their mind, which is fine. That's the card we wanted. Well, kind of. We would have liked it later, but it's fine, I guess. Okay. So, no card on my deck that costs 4 mana I would have to play next turn, because Shang-Chi was playing, so I can not play Lizard this turn, and have a more informed decision for my next turn, and then Chavez is my turn 6. Bishop, and Ant-Man. So they don't have an Apocalypse or anything in their deck. I mean, they're gonna want to play right. Like, it's so objective that they're gonna want to play left. They have one card in hand. I'm gonna snap this turn in hopes that... I mean, they only get +2 max with this. Lady Sin, yeah. So they have one card to draw that can beat the Chavez, but I think that's fine. I mean, they can draw Apocalypse. They drew Apocalypse for sure. If they drew Apocalypse, though, I can win left. If they drew Apocalypse, I win left. What else could they have? What? Victory. It didn't even count. I didn't even add any power. What? I can actually see a reality where you, like, bluff Apocalypse there. But, like, then, like, retreat. Like, because you can't win. Or, like, play it right, where, like, if I compete in the right lane, like, I lose. I don't know. +1 energy is interesting. But then what we draw, I guess. Angela. Angela's kind of just better most of the time, where I think I'm going to play Angela right. And then, like, maybe move my higher cost cards in the left. We'll see. Yeah. So let's play Lizard right, and then we can play Bucky Barnes Carnage mid. An Angela and a Yondu. I'm hitting Shang-Chi. It's fine. I'm gonna snap. Just because with New York, we can potentially move a lot of cards to New York that are pretty powerful. Or not, you know, we have options. But, like, I think Carnage and Winter Soldier and stuff could be good. It's hard to say, though. Not to. So, I mean, currently Killmonger, like, hoses them, right? Ah, man, I want to play Adam Warlock, but it's just so not the right play. Which is tough. Where this is just, like, so much better. And now, I mean, they're just so on the back foot from that. And my cards are just, like, huge compared to theirs now. Kazar? Yeah, Kazar looks really bad after that. So, they can go all in on New York. I can do, like, that. And then, so I have 14 here. They're not beating 14. 6 plus 9 is 15. Could do like that. Maybe I just go like this into this. I could also just play this. And just say they're probably not sending anything there.
In range.
I could send Lizard out on the assumption they're gonna... You know what, that's... They're probably playing to right to get rid of Lizard. Except maybe they're not. I don't know. I'll move Killmonger here just to keep them honest, and then I'll play right. And the Killmonger is just so they have to play a card in New York or it's a free tile for me. Maybe I should have moved Lizard. Lizard might have been the better target, but I mean, it's still 3. It's like, I don't know. It's complicated, honestly. My thought process is if they play a 1 here, it's gonna have 3 power. Like if they play a Nightcrawler here, it's 3, and Killmonger beats that. Where, yeah, the Lizard doesn't. They play 4 cards there though. Okay, Ant-Man is a great card for them right now. Hopefully it's just irrelevant after that. Elektra. Okay. But so now like, that's what I mean, where you have to keep them honest here. New York makes it so complicated, though, where there's, like, so many things that can happen now with New York. Okay. Cool, though.
You give them an Adam Warlock? Thoughts? Thoughts? Cards can't be played here. That does make it more complicated. Or now I need a Killmonger. So it becomes a question of how can I draw... I actually think this is best. Because then I'm gonna draw in Machine World to find my Killmonger. And then I can just Deathlok here if I want to. Because they're always playing middle here with Angela, right? And I don't really care if they have a Nova or if they have a Adam Warlock. Like, those cards both kind of suck. That's fine. I mean, I guess they could play Adam Warlock here and it might be worse for me. But they're going to be, like, drawing slower than I am. And also, a Killmonger is always going to set me up like crazy. I can go Bucky here. And then I think I just pass. I guess I can play Lizard here. Well, no, I can't because then I can't go Deathlok. Sure. Get rid of a Morbius. It's actually better. This is more power here. Oh, no, wait. This is definitely better. We want to go here and then here, because if we play Carnage here, they're going to get, like, a huge, like, Carnage. Like, the Carnage itself is going to be massive. It's a real shame we didn't draw our, Killmonger. Because Killmonger would go so far here. Like, Killmonger would be very, very useful. You know, weirdly enough, I think we win. Because they discarded Apocalypse, so since they discarded Apocalypse, if we go Shang-Chi left, we're going to win. Alright. I'll see it. Let's see it. I didn't think we were going to win that game. I really didn't think we'd win that game. I didn't realize how like weak their middle was. I mean, they only have 11 there. I only had to play 2 cards. It's pretty good. 136. That's crazy. I guess we Angela left. And hope that Adam Warlock will be usable. Alright, Adam, do your thing. Oh, he's gonna draw so many cards this game now. All cards on top of the left. It's kind of awkward, but I mean, just the fact that Adam Warlock's gonna keep drawing his cards, I think is worth snapping on. I think there's a Zabu deck that didn't draw Zabu. Just how they skipped 2 and then 2 and then play on 3. No, just a Mr. Fantastic though. Who's being moved to the right, which is pretty terrible for them. So let's go Bucky Barnes, Carnage. I feel like I don't just want to win this tile, like I want to kill them. And I can always go like Deathlok Nova in another square. We're gonna blow up their Mr. Fantastic, which is good. Yeah. And then moving is fine. Killmonger. So we can go Nova, Deathlok, and then like Chavez here. Which seems good. I mean, that's just playing every lane. That seems like the best course of action. So they must be like some kind of onslaught deck, but I don't think it matters. So, okay, this is an idea that I've kind of avoided for a little bit, but I think this is like a good time to implement it. So the idea is that you don't snap. Oh wait, did I already snap? I might have already snapped. But I was going to say, like, if I hadn't snapped already, I wasn't going to snap because I don't want to chase out my opponent. Like, I want them to stay in and give me as many cubes as they can. And they just probably have an onslaught, yeah.
Hi, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. Currently I'm making a Marvel Snap video every day, so if you enjoy Marvel Snap videos, if you enjoy my content, you know, consider dropping a like and maybe subscribing. It helps me and help support our cat Gunther. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day.